According to the Center for Disease Control, approximately 22 million Americans have been diagnosed with diabetes, either type 1 or type 2. According to the Medical News Times, diabetes is a long-term condition that causes high blood sugar levels due to either a low-functioning or a completely non-functioning pancreas. So let's talk about exactly what diabetes is. Diabetes is when the pancreas cannot provide enough insulin to the body in order to maintain blood sugar levels. There are two types according to the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases. The first one is type 1 diabetes. This is where the body does not create any insulin whatsoever, meaning that you have a non-functioning pancreas. This results in high blood sugar levels that can lead to unconsciousness or even seizures. Type 2 diabetes is where the pancreas is underfunctioning as opposed to a normal functioning pancreas, which also causes high blood sugar levels and can lead to the same results as type 1 diabetes. Both of these result in the need to compensate, which requires a few steps. The first step for compensating for high blood sugar levels is planning for meals and checking blood glucose levels, or blood sugar levels. The first thing that must be done is you must calculate the amount of carbs that are taken in at mealtime. This includes food and drinks that are taken in. After calculating the number of carbs, you must check your blood glucose level, which will tell you how much you need to compensate for. A normal blood glucose level is between an 80 and 180. Finally, they must calculate the amount of insulin that they need to take in order to compensate for the amount of carbs that they are taking in as well, as carbs will increase the blood glucose level. After calculating how much they need to take in, there are a couple different ways that they can administer the insulin. Each person who is diabetic has a specific ratio to which they need to take insulin according to the number of carbs that they take in. They can take these in a couple of different ways. The first one is by taking the insulin with a syringe and drawing it out of a vial. The syringe looking something similar to this. They will calculate how much insulin they need to draw up into the syringe out of the vial and then administer it to their body either in the arm, stomach, or another fatty area of the body where the body can absorb it. The second one is through an insulin pump. This is a pump that is attached to their belt, has a tube going to their body, and administers insulin whenever they input the amount of carbs, and the pump has the ratio at which they need to take it in according to the carbs programmed into it. In conclusion, diabetics must understand exactly what diabetes is and how it affects your body, know how to calculate the number of carbs that they intake, along with how much insulin that they need in order to compensate for the amount of carbs that they intake, along with how to administer it either through a syringe or through their pump. I hope this helps everybody understand how approximately 22 million Americans deal with diabetes every day.